lightning flashes and hail pelts against the glass panes. Sometimes the scroll says what it wants you to know. Sometimes the scroll is of no help at all. This is one of those times where it is no help at all.
Well, best put it away. And I take the little weighing stones off of it and I gingerly roll it back up and put it back in its case and close it and tuck it back away in my sack.
What would you like to do with your advantage concerning?
My advantage is that I know other ways, like general ways, like silver, salt, iron, running water, though. That doesn't seem to be effective here.
That does not apply.
So, was Gunter wearing any silver?
Was Gunter wearing any silver? No, he was not wearing any obvious silver. He was covered in head to toe with cloaks and warm things. The only thing that he exposed was his face, really, and his ice cold hands, which were thin and shriveled and had no adornings on.
I wonder if wearing some silver would improve his condition. Who knows? I think taking silver to Raleigh would be a good idea, though.
It very well could be.
And I'm just going to pack everything away, and it is time for a rest. It has been such a long journey across the strait. Uula is still gone. I have no desire to go join her. Not after this. So I just sort of tuck everything away, and then I think there's like one bed, and I'm perfectly fine not sleeping on a bed. So I just like sort of curl up in a corner on the rug before the fire and go to sleep.
I imagine it's almost gargoyle-like, where you assume a position and you just stay there. Uula, the night is wearing on. What are you doing?
Uula is going to rest, headed back up to the room. Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. It's been a long travel day, talked to many people, so it's time to sleep now.
Excellent. I'm going to flip a light side point.
A light side?
Excuse
me. Wait a minute.
I am flipping a death point.
No!
In the middle of the night, the storm calms down. In the middle of the night, the fires go low. In the middle of the night, when the rains come down, there starts to hear a scraping and a scratching that can be heard. You can hear it, and you can almost feel it, as if when someone rakes their fingernails against a slate chalkboard. You can feel it in you, but you don't necessarily hear the screech. But you feel the scrape.
Fossil just sort of blinks to life upon, like, feeling this.
Uula as well. Uula would wake up too, particularly after like hearing the song and talking to Gunther. Like, definitely be like you've heard a ghost story, now you hear the thing that is happening to other people.
And I'm going to flip a light side point. Fossil is going to reach into her oil haversack and pull out a small chest. Fair's going to open it, pull out a vial of salt, grab the pitcher of water that's on the, I'm assuming there's like a low table with like water for us to serve ourselves with throughout the night. And I'm going to dip my thumb in the water, get the salt, and then I'm going to rub it on Uula's forehead and then on my own. And I'd be like, maybe this will keep them away, and go back to bed. Just salt, protection, basic protection.
Uula will sit straight up, of course, take the salt. This is not the first time that Fossil has done this, it's for protection, and of course, Uula will gladly take it from them.
Oh, do you have any silver?
I forge many things. Surely I would have silver for all the things I forge. Yes?
You do have light side points.
I will use
I spent the
one.
light side point for salt.
A deal.
What sort of silver would you like?
I would say that, Uula is very different things. Some things beautiful and some things quite dangerous, yes? So Uula would probably have some silver bracelets. Maybe the pick in Ulla's hair is silver. Something to fit the Stonefolk, Maybe it's a necklace that fits around the wrist. I don't know. And definitely earrings. There's definitely earrings there too. Many, all the jewels, right? Like all the jewels. Like, Ulla's like, yes, these are pretty, but, do they actually kill things? I don't know.
So would you like to flip to upgrade one of your weapons to be silver? Is that what you were saying?
Yes. I do make very dangerous things. I have
And you have a talent for deep pockets.
Yep.
To produce a small item or narratively useful item from your pockets, backpack, or similar receptacle.
What? She didn't need to flip a light side point at all. She had deep pockets?
She had deep pockets, yeah. Well, you could use deep pockets for 100 gold pieces worth of silver adornings, earrings, and a necklace.
So I don't need to use my light side point, or I do? Do I need to use it for having extra? Is that what you're saying?
Either, or you could save it.
Yeah, let's save it. And I'll use my deep pockets.
Okay. I need vigilance checks. Or perceptions now that you're awake.
We'll do vigilance because I got to add a boost to it. So
I'm going with perception.
Green, and a blue.
Versus 3 purple.
Can I have a boost since I know it's a wraith?
You may have a boost since you know it's a wraith.
Yeah.
Don't forget to add your... Yeah. So that's 1 success, 2 threats. For Erica is a success.
Mm-hmm.
And Amanda has 2 advantages and no successes. Would you like me to deal with the threats first, or do you want to deal with your success and advantages first?
Success first?
I'll deal with my advantages after the threat. Is that an option?
With the success, you spy 2 glowing eyes that are creeping from underneath the crack in the door.
Nope.
Underneath the door, there seems to be an inky blackness that seems to be spreading out from underneath the door, going underneath the table in the shadows, creeping towards the shadow of the bed, staying out of the firelight as best it can.
Oh no.
I'd like to pull Uula into the firelight if I can.
And then my 2 advantages is that Uula has alchemist fire, because they're an alchemist. And they just have like a little vial, tiny vial, because it is quite potent. And they just pour a little bit onto the fire to make the fire bigger and show more light.
Did you just pour alchemist fire into our fireplace?
Yes. It doesn't spread though. It's just a little bit, like a tiny vial that I don't pour the whole thing out.
All right, so this was to see if you noticed anything there.
Okay.
So you did not succeed in seeing anything there.
But I use my advantage to know that the fire or the light seems to be a deterrent to this thing.
Your advantages are that you naturally stepped into the firelight away from the shadows.
I will also take that.
You didn't see anything, but you just stepped closer to the fire for some reason.
I was just like, I'll let Fossil pull me wherever, because I'm tiny and they are big.
How about you use your advantages at the same time to decide to stoke the fire?
Okay.
And step towards Fossil at this time.
Yeah. Of course you weren't looking. Good. You didn't see the shadows. You were turned away from it towards the fire because you're making it nice and big. And
I like it.
What else would you like for an advantage?
So it's not a noticing thing. It's just like an advantage in a different way. The advantage is that
you could always put the advantage as a boost towards your next roll if you can't think of something.
You can save that. You can. I'll let you bank them.
I will do that. That sounds wonderful. Let's do that. And I'll leave it open to anybody. Anyone,
Cool.
Fossil can have the advantage, or whoever makes their next roll.
Well, I think I'm going to cash this threat in. Has been running.
No.
You guys have acquired quite a bit of threat.
Oh.
And this is how it will play out. As Uula reaches down to start stoking the fire with the wood that's available, she ponders in her mind whether she wants to throw a small vial of fire in there that the Dvergar use to keep their forges burning long and hot. Meanwhile, Fossil stares eye to eye with this creature that is looking at them. It starts forming into a body. It starts with arms and hands that start pushing down, and it starts growing.
No.
There's mechanical scraping on the other side of the door. It asks, "Why have you come?" Roll fear checks.
Oh, how do I do that?
You cry. Fear checks are crying.
Okay. Just peeing in your pants just a little bit.
just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Discipline?
Yeah, it's discipline.
How many life points do we have?
You have 3 life points.
I'd like to spend one to upgrade.
Yeah, please do.
So, but my discipline's only 2, and I don't want to. I don't want to die, so I guess I will spend 1 as well.
So you both are flipping on it? Good.
Oh man. Okay.
It is.
I would like to argue for to argue for a boost for the fact that Fossil believes that they are a conduit and that this is their purpose, to take care of these things.
Yes, I will grant you a boost for that.
It's 3 purples.
3 purples.
That stinks.
That's 2 failures.
Oh no.
That's 1 success and 2 more threat.
Aren't you full up? Isn't there a limit of threat that you can have?
There are. And I'll do this.
Oh, good. Oh no, don't use them though. Just keep them. Just keep them where you don't use them.
In Fossil's mind, the scraping is against your stone. You can feel your limestone being etched inside, as if it's being carved by a metal finger, and it's just itching against itself, scraping, as if you were to put your teeth to concrete. It's in your mind. You failed, and you just failed. You are deeply unnerved, and you have an aversion to this. You don't want anything to do with it. You know that, like water with your limestone, if it gets into you, you don't know how long and or how you would get it out. You know that this thing, if it touches you, could become part of you. And you feel the rivers calling a little bit, but not in the good way, because it feels like if it touched you, you would want to go with it, be compelled to go with it in a frightening manner. Uula's hair on the back of her neck stand up. She can feel an inkling darkness behind her. She hears the sound of a being coalescing behind her. She knows that she has silver and salt and fire and iron. Her resolve is met, but coldness creeps in, and you take 2 strain from your threats as you fingernails grip into your hands and you press in to find the nerve that's within you.
I don't like that. I don't like it at all.
Would you like to roll initiative?
Do I have a choice? Do I have to interact? Can't we just wait till dawn and then it just goes away? Like sunrise has to be soon, right?
You would hope that sunrise would be soon, but sunrise has yet to come.
All right. Let's roll initiative, I guess.
All right.
You got the same as me. Now what happens? You just go away, right? Like the sun just comes up and you just go away.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I'll let you start. As you turn around, you see what Fossil has been watching happen is a being of pure blackness is formed into the shape of a humanoid, a watery humanoid, a dripping, watery humanoid. What are you going to do?
All right. I think that Uula will take her weapon out, her hand and a half weapon, not in like pointing towards this thing, but just to have it in her hand. And then I would also like to use my signature spell if I can, and I would like to use that as like with forge, I guess, or like a forge thing that for protection.
Okay.
Let me see. I had enough ideas right here. So like defensive or deflective, a weapon acts with a mind of its own, parrying incoming blows or knocking arrows from the sky. So, and that just modifies it by 1.
Yes.
And so, but I would like to do that with my mechanical fist.
Okay.
Yeah?
Let's try to cast it.
Okay. Do I use my mechanics for this, or
you will? It's casting a spell.
So my alchemy.
Your alchemy.
Okay. So I have 2 yellows and a green.
Okay. 2 yellows, green. Have you used that boost that you banked? That you saved earlier?
No, we haven't.
Okay. So you're going to be doing 1 to cast, 1 for defensive. What else?
And Uula's had this for a while now, so like can she get a boost just because she's known it? Because she has martial weapons mastered? Does that help at all?
You also have...
Or that we could
you have component casting.
I do. I also have mechanics, so I feel like it's an alchemy mechanics thing that works together, right? There's a little bit of magic, a little bit of mechanics, so... And Uula's very good at mechanics, so...
Let's go with... Since it's a forge spell that you're activating.
Right.
And you want to activate it on your...
I want to activate it on my hand and a half. My sword.
On your hand and a half. Okay.
Right.
Or
no. I want to activate it not on my hand and a half. I want to activate it on the...
On your punching fist?
On the punching fist. So this one does say, like with this defensive spell, does say that it will parry incoming blows. So do I also take the strain from that, or does it just parry on its own?
It adds a black dice against attacking you.
Okay.
That's what defensive is.
That sounds good to me.
Okay.
So I'm doing a yellow, green.
So you're rolling 3 purple.
Okay. Along with 2 yellows, a green, and a blue.
Correct.
Oh no! It's jammed. Sometimes it does this. It gets jammed sometimes. And should have oiled it before it's salty sea. I should have oiled it.
I think that's exactly what happens. What do you want to do with that advantage?
Can I, shake Fossil out of their kind of, enthrallment of this creature?
Aversion.
To knock someone out of their problem, you need to roll a leadership check to shake them out of it.
Okay. I think I have 3 green in leadership. I do.
Well, so you've drawn a weapon and you have tried to cast a spell of which you failed. So that is your actions for this round.
Oh, so my advantage would be something with my... Can I have an example of an advantage?
An advantage would be you can pass on the advantage
yes,
to her.
Let's do that.
For her next action. Or you can leave it as a boost. You can heal a strain. You can notice something. So along those lines. But you'd like to pass it on to the Wraith or to Fossil?
I think I'll pass it on to Fossil. It was a hard choice, but I'll do that.
Okay. That's a good choice. The inky blackness stares at you as you fumble with your alchemy. It has a drippy hand as it raises it towards you. Its room gets colder the closer it gets to you. It lashes out with what would look like a wave of the ocean or a spray from the sea. Do you have any other deflection or anything like that? You have your hand and a half sword,
Uula?
Which adds a defensive. Yes, and you have...
Uula has 1 then, because she has her sword out.
Her sword. Excellent.
No!
A triumph.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, that is not good. Oh, that sucks. Okay, we'll do that.
Oh, don't do that. But do you?
Okay. We'll do this. I'm going to flip a light side point, a death point, excuse me. The window crashes open, and on the opposite side of the window, coming in from the now calm storm, are 2 ghastly figures. Bones and flesh are crawling in, and there are 2 of them. There are 2 dead are walking that have crawled up out of the window.
I don't like that.
The good news is it did not touch you.
Oh.
That is good news. Hey, are one of the skeletons a Canara by chance?
What was that?
Is one of the skeletons a Canara by chance?
Not a fresh one.
Ooh. No, make a pretty necklace later when I'm done with you.
Well, it's my turn now.
It is your turn.
Yes, not my turn.
Yeah, I don't like all this that's going on.
No,
There's that creepy thing that I definitely do not want to touch me or Uula, and I'm very upset that it tried to touch Uula, and now there's skeletons coming in through the window. So, unfortunately, shaking hand, I snatch up the dulcimer, and I am going to do my signature spell, where I pluck off one of the smaller ammonite fossils for component casting, and I use it to pluck the strings on the dulcimer as I try to expel. I'm more concerned about the incorporeal, possibly the wraith.
Yeah.
Because I am afraid of it, and I think I could me or Ulla could just stab the skeletons. But yeah, no. Go back to the rivers.
Back to the rivers with you.
Okay. So that is 2 yellows, a green for my primal, a boost for the component casting.
A boost from Ulla.
A boost from Ulla. Thank you. I was trying to go back in my memory to remember if I did get that. And I did. I'm not going to argue for any more boosts.
Why not?
Because I can't think of any and I'm afraid anyway, so.
What is it? You argue for one because what did you do earlier?
Oh, from my learning about the Wraith and...
Yeah. I'd give you one for your previous knowledge of what it is.
Okay.
And definitely a setback
if you want to
from
give
being
me one.
fearful.
You earned it.
Okay.
It's not giving you anything.
What's the difficulty?
All right, so the difficulty is your spell. And we are casting... We are expelling.
Yeah, I wanted to go back into death. Go back to the rivers. Far, far, far down the rivers. Preferably to your final death. Go away.
Expel is an uncommon spell used to expel a dead spirit from a host body.
Yeah, this is Fossil's preferred method of dealing with the dead. Tidal waves sweep it down the river. Blunt force just go away.
It is versus 2 purple, and I'm going to flip to make that a red and a purple.
Oh, so it's just a red. Okay.
And...
She already typed it. It's fine.
I know. Did you add a setback because you're scared?
You already gave me a setback because I'm scared, yes.
Yes! Yes!
4
You love to
successes.
see it.
Do you want to describe what it looks like, or do you want me to describe it?
I have a pretty good idea for how this looks, actually.
Okay.
So Fossil picks up the dulcimer. Faye plucks off a ammonite for the component casting and uses it to pluck the strings. And as the song, it's just a few key notes, and the fossil sort of crumbles to dust and moves with the sound waves, and just sort of this like, it's almost like they're conjuring the current of the 7 rivers, as it sort of like, it's more of feeling than seeing. It comes, and from the dulcimer and the ammonite shell sweeps out towards the creature. And then it's just like icy chill as it just gets dragged into death and away.
There is an audible screech as the creature seems to be torn, and droplets of it splatter against the wall and on the floor, and it starts seeming to be sucked in to nowhere. And what is left is a clanking on the opposite side of the door. And then this crunch of glass as you both are attacked with claws and bone and bite from behind.
Advantage is set back against them trying to attack us.
Who are you attacking? This is very important.
The first one comes in at Uula as it tumbles and scrambles out into the room.
Oh no.
It scrapes you deep. 6 damage with the success.
So Uula takes 1 point of damage.
Dang. And Fossil is attacked for 7.
Gross.
Oh no.
These 2 are slimy and wet as they slurp and slop on the ground, coming after you. Next up is it's you 2. You guys can choose one. It goes, so initiative goes in order. It will be a player, NPC, player, NPC.
And
So
the threats are our threats, right?
They
that
are
you
your
roll?
threats. Yes. Yes, they are.
So, can I use one of the threats? Because I have Elementalist, and I chose fire, and I feel like water and fire don't really go together well. And so, can I set my blade afire?
That's an attack spell, but so no. 3 threats could be used for tripping, or they could be knocked down, they could be disarmed, I guess, and
Would
stuff
literally
like that.
Disarm them, right?
Yeah, in this case, it would literally disarm them.
Can I disarm them? We have skeletons with no arms?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. Absolutely.
That's what I want to do then.
All
I
right.
want to disarm the arms. With my half a hand. Hand in half.
Yeah. As they reach in on you, they grab so tight, and you move in such a way with your stout body that their sickly arms that have been decomposing rip off and fall to the floor, twitching.
Awesome. Then we're also going to make an attack then?
Top of the round would be you guys can choose who goes first.
Uula can go first.
So now can I component cast my fire? Okay, wonderful. And so then that is, again, with alchemy, right?
Yes, you can use your alchemy to set your blade sigil on fire.
Okay, but kind of like drawing on the blade. And then because I do have the I'm not going to say this again, right? Elementalist. Oh, I did. Can I get a boost? Because fire is part of my element.
All right, so you're going to basically cast a forge, and it's going to basically attack on its own.
Okay. So just a normal cast then, right? That's what it does. It doesn't add difficulty to it.
It takes away the difficulty. So if you were going to, let's see. So let's go.
So yellow, yellow, green is what I have for my alchemy.
And then you're going to do 1 to cast, 1 because we're going fast, and fire is taken away. So it is purple.
2 successes.
All right. Your flaming blade comes in and hits. Which one? Which one of the sick, wet bodies are you blasting into? Turning them on fire.
There's 2, right?
Correct.
And the one that came after me has no arms.
Correct.
So I'll go I guess in most of the ones that I watch, they finish the one before they go on to the next one. So I will hit the one in front of me.
All right. What is your damage?
3 damage.
You have 3 from your brawn, 3 from the sword, and 2. So when you calculate successes, it's 1 per additional damage per success. So awesome. You get a total of 8 points of damage.
Hiya! Back, you foul bees, you dead things! I do not want you near me.
What does it look like when you take out Armless? Armless the dead.
Armless the dead. So as these creatures grab Uula they grab her by the arms, and she just thrusts her elbows back to detach the arms, and then just swings in a wide arc with her fiery sword and slashes straight through shoulder to hip, and the 2 parts slide apart and fall on the ground.
Wonderful.
Oozing blackness.
On the opposite side of the door, there is metal clinking and clinking and moving and moving and clinking. Fossil's turn.
So one of the skeletons have been dealt with?
Correct.
And there's another one, and there's something on the other side of the door. Did you just say it was moving away?
That's what it sounded like.
This seems more like more than just an angry spirit. I sense a necromancer at work here. Attack this undead. Figure out what's going on beyond the door. Now that the scary shadow thing has been taken care of, and Fossil has seen just how handily Uula handled the other one, I'm going for the door.
Okay.
So Fossil just rushes across the room and barrels through the door. There's some thought on grabbing the handle and twisting it, but mostly on just getting it open.
All right, give me a perception or vigilance check.
I'm going with perception because then I get 3 greens.
Awesome. It'll be against 3 purple and a black because you were frightened. Ooh. More juicy threats. Yes.
Who's in this hallway?
In this hallway, there is only one being. It's Agate. He is holding a mechanical hand in his hand. And he seems to be, I would say, caressing it. Or almost trying to make it move some more.
Agate?
Yes, Fossil. How can I be of service to you?
What were you doing with that hand outside of my door, where we're being attacked by the undead?
Oh, the dead have come. Oh, that's most unfortunate. I merely picked this hand up. It was against your door.
Is he lying to me?
I don't know how it got there.
Is he lying to me?
Agate has a stone face.
So do I.
Uh-huh. You notice that, one, he cares for the hand, and at the same time, he looks at it questioning how it was able to move, and it is no longer moving now.
Okay, I believe him. That's Eth's hand, isn't it?
Yes, Fossil. As far as I can tell, this is Eth's mechanical hand.
Did you say that there's Eth's hand in there? As Uula is got a fiery sword trying to make sure that this other skeleton does not touch her.
And at that, what are you going to do? What is Uula going to do?
Ulla's gonna slicey dicey. I believe that's what she is going. Yeah, she's gonna slicey dicey.
I'm going to say it's basically the same roll. Add 2 setbacks as Fossil is opening the door and going out, and there's a lot of ruckus in the hallway that is very distracting.
Can I get a boost because there's more light? Because obviously the hallway would be lit, right?
Would it though?
Well, yeah, I'm going to say
no.
It is
candlelight. You're going to let people wander around in darkness?
There is only Agate out there, and...
Does Agate have night vision?
No, yeah. I think the only people that have that are Dvergar.
Okay, so I am doing a yellow, green, purple, and a dark.
And 2.
All right. And I think that, can I get a boost? I mean, I guess that's not really a boost. I'm like, oh, I know this hand, so that makes sense, but that would be more distracting than helping.
Oh, you want another setback?
Can
because,
because
there's something mechanical that you want to get distracted by?
No. How about I put my goggles on and see things even better? Because my eyes are shielded in the dark, because that makes sense. Okay, I'll just roll it.
Okay,
I can't see anything else to do.
Hey!
No. Okay. I mean, I'll take it, but also, don't you have enough threats already?
I do.
Look at the triumph.
Amount.
You should be celebrating.
That's
yes,
this is
amount.
True. Let's start off with, what does it look like to cut this poor waterlogged Canara down?
Oh. So I think that as the sword sizzles through all of this water and kind of just goes right for it and decapitates this Canara, Uula feels a little sadness, because Uula doesn't like to take out anybody. Ulla's the type of person who doesn't even like to kill pests that are around, but will do what's necessary because Ulla loves to survive. So I think that it kind of there's her sword just goes through, just sizzles, and the water kind of steams and dissipates. For a triumph, that's kind of a big thing, right?
Yeah. Well, in triumphs, there's usually the use of criticals. It's usually an automatic crit, or something can happen, but you've already destroyed all the current dead in the vicinity.
So I have an idea. I mean, since we did say that this fist was made by me, I feel like I have a connection to all of the things that I have made. And so these things sometimes are drawn also to me.
Yes.
For the good or the bad. For good. I don't know if I want this. But so Agate might have it in their hand, but perhaps Agate also feels drawn to, like this hand has a magnetic pull almost also towards me.
I got something for your triumph.
Okay.
I'll cash in my 5 threats for that. How about that?
Oh no.
As Agate is looking at this beautiful yet rusty mechanical hand, he starts touching it, and there's a little spinner thing on it. And he starts moving at it, and he starts looking at it, and he'll poke it, and it stands up on its fingers, and it starts moving, squeaking. And it no sooner stands than it hops from his forearm to the ground and starts skittering. It skitters towards you, towards Uula, scraping against the ground, and it lifts its pointer finger and points to Uula.
Hello, my baby, you come back. Oh, yes, you are very good hands. Very good. What have you been giving into mischief?
With a death point flip, the ground gets cold underneath the hand, and it turns and starts scampering down the hall, down the stairs, away.
Thank you for listening to Tales from the Grey Library. Thank you to AJ for running this adventure, and Erica and Amanda for playing it. If you're liking Tales from the Grey Library, be sure to listen to The Otherplace and the Fenrayne Files. The Otherplace follows a new group of adventurers each season as they try to save the world from an apocalypse of the dead. And in the Fenrayne Files, we explore the world even further from an outside perspective, looking down at its history, people, and places. Tales from the Grey Library is produced by Nightcast Creative. For more about us and the other things that we make, visit nightcastcreative.com.